In the bustling city of Kano in northern Nigeria, where the ancient walls and modern structures coexist in a rich tapestry of history and progress, lived two young lovers, Amina and Joseph. Amina, a devout Muslim, and Joseph, a committed Christian, had met at a community event that aimed to foster unity among the city's diverse religious groups. Their connection was immediate, their bond deepening over shared values and dreams for a peaceful future. However, their love faced a formidable barrier: their parents. Amina's family, deeply rooted in Islamic traditions, viewed marriage outside their faith as an insurmountable taboo. Joseph's parents, equally devout in their Christian beliefs, feared the complications that might arise from such a union. The city of Kano, while known for its spirit of coexistence, was also a place where religious identities were deeply cherished and protected. When Amina and Joseph expressed their desire to marry, both sets of parents were adamant in their refusal. Meetings were held, elders were consulted, and community leaders were involved, but the decision remained unchanged. The young couple was heartbroken but undeterred. They continued to meet in secret, their love growing stronger with each challenge they faced. One day, as fate would have it, a crisis struck the city. A severe drought threatened the livelihoods of many, including the families of Amina and Joseph. The community, which had once been divided along religious lines, had to come together to survive. In the face of adversity, people from all faiths worked side by side, sharing resources and supporting each other. Witnessing the cooperation and unity among the citizens of Kano, Amina and Joseph's parents began to question their own rigid stances. They saw Muslims and Christians helping one another, setting aside differences for the greater good. It was in this spirit of communal harmony that they started to reconsider their opposition to the marriage. In a pivotal meeting, both families sat down, this time not to argue, but to understand. Amina and Joseph spoke passionately about their love, their respect for each other's faith, and their vision for a family that celebrated both traditions. They emphasized how their union could be a symbol of the unity that the city had recently displayed. Moved by their children's sincerity and the recent display of interfaith solidarity, the parents finally relented. They realized that love and mutual respect could bridge even the deepest divides. With blessings from both sides, Amina and Joseph's wedding became a grand celebration, attended by people of all faiths from across the city. In the months following their wedding, Amina and Joseph settled into their new life together. Their home became a symbol of unity, blending Islamic and Christian traditions in a harmonious balance. They celebrated both Eid and Christmas, Ramadan and Easter, inviting neighbors from all backgrounds to join them. Their story inspired many in Kano, fostering a spirit of tolerance and mutual respect. However, not everyone was happy with their union. A small but vocal group within the city viewed their marriage as a threat to traditional values. Tensions began to simmer as whispers of disapproval spread. Some community leaders and religious figures, fearing the erosion of their influence, started to criticize Amina and Joseph publicly. One evening, while Amina and Joseph were hosting a dinner for friends and family, a heated debate broke out among the guests. The topic was interfaith marriages, and while many praised Amina and Joseph for their courage and commitment, a few guests voiced their concerns loudly. The argument grew intense, with voices rising and tempers flaring. Amina's father, seeing the discord, stood up and silenced the room with a commanding presence. He spoke from the heart, recounting how his own perspective had changed through witnessing the love and respect between Amina and Joseph. He emphasized that their marriage was not about diluting faiths but about enriching lives through understanding and acceptance. His words resonated with many, and the atmosphere began to calm. Yet, the couple knew they had to do more to bridge the growing divide. Amina and Joseph decided to embark on a mission to promote interfaith dialogue and understanding throughout Kano. They organized community forums, inviting religious leaders, scholars, and citizens to engage in open discussions. They shared their experiences, highlighting the common values shared by Islam and Christianity: compassion, justice, and love. Their efforts began to pay off. Gradually, more people started attending the forums, eager to listen and share their views. The couple's home became a center for these dialogues, where people could express their fears, hopes, and aspirations in a safe and respectful environment. During one such forum, an influential religious leader who had initially been one of their harshest critics attended. He listened intently as Amina and Joseph spoke about their journey and the challenges they faced. Moved by their sincerity and the stories of others who had found common ground, he stood up and acknowledged the importance of their work. He urged his followers to embrace the spirit of understanding and unity that Amina and Joseph embodied. This endorsement marked a significant turning point. The forums grew in popularity, and the couple's mission gained momentum. More interfaith marriages began to receive support, and the community of Kano started to experience a shift towards greater acceptance and harmony. In the years following their pioneering efforts to foster interfaith dialogue in Kano, Amina and Joseph continued to make significant strides in promoting peace and understanding. They became well-known figures in their community, regularly invited to speak at events and workshops about their experiences and the importance of unity. As their influence grew, so did the challenges they faced. A radical group emerged, adamantly opposed to their message of harmony. This group believed that Amina and Joseph's efforts threatened the purity of their respective religions and sought to undermine their work through intimidation and misinformation. One evening, as the couple prepared for another community forum, they received an anonymous threat warning them to stop their activities or face dire consequences. Concerned but undeterred, Amina and Joseph reported the threat to the local authorities and heightened security at their events. They knew that backing down would only embolden those who sought to divide the community. The next forum, held at a local school, was the most well-attended yet. The atmosphere was tense, with visible security and a palpable sense of urgency. Amina began the session with a heartfelt speech about the power of love and the need for continued dialogue. Joseph followed, sharing stories of people who had found common ground through their efforts. As the forum progressed, a commotion erupted near the entrance. A group of young men, associated with the radical faction, attempted to disrupt the event. Before tensions could escalate, a surprising turn of events unfolded. Members of the community, both Muslim and Christian, stood up to the disruptors, forming a human barrier between them and Amina and Joseph. One of the defenders, an elder named Ibrahim, spoke with a voice that commanded respect. He recounted how, years ago, he had been skeptical of Amina and Joseph's marriage but had come to see the profound impact of their work. He called on everyone present to reject hatred and embrace the unity that the couple represented. His words resonated deeply, and the disruptors, seeing the overwhelming support for Amina and Joseph, retreated. This incident became a turning point. The visible, collective stand taken by the community strengthened the resolve of many who had been hesitant to openly support interfaith efforts. Local media covered the event extensively, showcasing the bravery and unity displayed by the citizens of Kano. In the aftermath, Amina and Joseph received an outpouring of support from across Nigeria and even internationally. Their home became a pilgrimage site for those seeking to learn about and contribute to their mission. They expanded their efforts, establishing the Kano Unity Foundation, dedicated to promoting peace and understanding through educational programs, cultural exchanges, and community service projects. The couple also decided to document their journey, writing a book that detailed their experiences, challenges, and the lessons learned. The book, titled Bound by Love, A Journey of Faith and Unity, became a bestseller, further spreading their message of hope and tolerance. Years later, reflecting on their journey, Amina and Joseph marveled at how far they had come. They had started as two young lovers fighting for their right to be together and had grown into leaders of a movement that had touched countless lives. Their story became a testament to the power of love, courage, and the unwavering belief that unity is possible, even in the face of deep-seated divisions.